News this morning. Today, Bill Clinton becomes the first former president in more than 50 years to testify before Congress. And as Democrats and Republicans continue to spar over ICE reforms, thousands are left without pay.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Welcome to Mountain News This Morning. I'm Neely Green here with you on this Friday, February 27th. The time is 4:59, and let's check in with meteorologist Megan Dusman for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, I have to say, we're going to end the week like we started it because today is Monday 5.0.
I think for the first day this week, it doesn't feel like a Monday for me, and maybe that's because I already have my bags packed and I'm leaving tomorrow. But yeah, I can see how it feels like a Monday 5.0. It's a little bit of a slow start to your morning, definitely chilly and foggy for some as you are starting off your day or this Monday 5.0. As we're looking at that current visibility, you can see just where that densest fog is right now. That's as we're approaching our Virginia counties, as well as those folks living northwest of I-64 and looks like north of I-75, or I guess like on that line really. That's what we're tracking as you're starting off your day, and the clouds are present, but as you can see, it's dry. No rain chances in the morning, and that will continue not only throughout your Friday, but your Saturday. Definitely looking forward to the calmer weather ahead. Temperatures right now are chilly, as I mentioned, upper 30s, low 40s, but by the afternoon, not only are we going to see the temperatures in the low to mid 60s, but we're also watching plenty of sunshine in the forecast. Neely.
Thank you, Megan. Former Kentucky State Police Trooper and Pineville Police Chief John Edward Collins has died. State Police announced Collins passed away Wednesday at the University of Kentucky Hospital. Collins was a well-known face in Eastern Kentucky, serving as the public affairs officer for the Harlan Post for a decade. After retiring from the state police, Collins continued his career in public safety as the chief of Pineville Police Department. Collins was 76. Today, Bill Clinton becomes the first former president in more than 50 years to testify before Congress. He's set to depose behind closed doors by members of the House Oversight Committee in its probe onto convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. This after former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton took questions from the committee for 6 hours. CBS's Jared Hill has more from New York.
Today, former President Bill Clinton takes the hot seat as House lawmakers probe for answers about the nature of his ties to late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. On Thursday,
it was disappointing that they refused to hold a public hearing.
His wife, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, spent nearly 6 hours behind closed doors with the House Oversight Committee, afterwards telling reporters the session was repetitive.
I don't know how many times I had to say I did not know Jeffrey Epstein. I never went to his island. I never went to his homes. I never went to his offices.
While recently released Epstein files include pictures of and flight logs that show former President Clinton flew on Epstein's private plane, both Clintons have denied knowing about Epstein's crimes, and neither has been accused of any wrongdoing.
The number of times that she said, "I don't know, you'll have to ask my husband," was more than a dozen.
The Clinton depositions, the highest profile yet, as fallout from the release of the Epstein files has spread from academia to former royalty. Democrats on the panel are pushing to bring in another high-profile person.
We're demanding immediately that we ask President Trump to testify in front of our committee.
Committee Republicans responded that President Trump has already answered questions from the media. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
GOP committee leaders say they expect today's session with former President Clinton will be longer than yesterday's deposition with former Secretary Clinton. President Trump delivered his State of the Union address Tuesday night under the shadow of partial government shutdown. As Democrats and Republicans continue to spar over ICE reforms, thousands are left without pay. During the speech, the visual divide of the room was stark as Democrats refused to budge from their list of ICE reform demands. Senate Majority Leader John Thune was asked about the demands, saying Democrats have to be willing to negotiate.
Democrats, we have to have a willing partner, and I haven't sensed a real urgency on their part. I also think that there are things on which Republicans are not going to give ground, and that is the ability to ensure that those law enforcement officers can operate in a way that's safe.
Agencies falling under the Department of Homeland Security umbrella are primarily impacted by the shutdown, including TSA and FEMA. Kentucky lawmakers could consider a bill that might put more machine guns in the hands of Kentuckians. House Bill 749 sets up the Office of Public Defense within Kentucky State Police, which would allow state governments to transfer machine guns to citizens. Representative T.J. Roberts sponsors the bill, saying most machine guns are simply out of reach for most Kentuckians. Roberts says the guns are too expensive, sometimes leading people to do something illegal to obtain them.
This enables the law-abiding Americans to enjoy the full blessings of liberty and actually helps further protect our Second Amendment rights.
The bill was filed Wednesday. Roberts says since there would be a fee required for the transfer of guns, it could be a revenue boost for the state. A proposed 2-year state budget has cleared the Kentucky House. House Bill 500 passed 81-18. 2 Democrats voted with Republicans to approve it. State worker, retirees, and teachers feared it could increase health insurance rates, but an updated version discussed in the House Appropriations and Revenue Committee Wednesday removed an employer cap on health insurance. The bill now heads to the Senate. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Kentucky leaders facing big decisions about what to do with data centers in their communities.
And we're tracking a very rainy start to your month of March.